Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial by the FieldGamers. Today I will be showing you how to make blinking lights or blinking note blocks or blinking whatever it is that you really want to do with it. You can do anything with it, but for my example I will show you how to do blinking lights. So let's go ahead and start from scratch and start on a flat map. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and start by showing you the first one of the two ways to make the blinking lights. So here's how we will start with the first one. Start by getting a redstone repeater. Try to get 2 to 4 redstone repeaters. I usually like to use 4 of them, but you only have to use 2 if you really need to. So you're going to start by putting 2 redstone repeaters this way and 2 redstone repeaters the opposite direction, but right next to it, just like you see here. Now you don't have to use 2, but if you use 2 for each direction, it gives you a little bit more wiggle room to move these notches around so that you can mess with them. And what I usually do is that for one of these I will turn it all the way up, oops, and then the other one I will turn all the way up like this on both sides, just one of them all the way up. And you'll see why in just a minute. And then once you've got that done, you're going to put redstone on the blocks just like this on the outside of the end where the current comes in and out. So what it'll do is the current will go through and then just circulate like this. Now once you've got that, on the end right here you're going to put, it doesn't matter which side, just depending on wherever it is that you need it to be for your blinking lights, you're going to put redstone like this, and then you're going to go to the other side and redstone like this. And then you're going to put your blinking lights like this. Now you can obviously, depending on what lights you want to blink, you can, it doesn't have to be 2 blocks like this to make blinking lights. You can make anything in Minecraft blink in any pattern you want, as long because you can move this redstone and make it go all over the place depending on where you need your wires to go to reach certain lights. So for this example we'll just have 2 basic blocks, and basically we're already almost done. All you need now is a switch. Put a switch at the end of, it doesn't matter what end, just connected to one of the redstone or one of the redstone, and then you're going to quickly turn it on and off like this. Very quickly like that. It has to be very quickly, otherwise it will not work. Once you have done this, you have basically trapped the current in an endless loop. And as you can see from looking at it, the current is going through and through and through and through, and it's just repeating itself on both sides, which gives you the blinking light effect. Now it doesn't have to be lights. Once I show you my other way of doing this, I'll show you what you can also do with note blocks and even dispensers. But for now, that's one of our examples. So we'll go ahead and turn this off for now. And if you want to turn it off, just take one of the redstone away and then put it back and then repeat the whole step. So that's how you do that. Now our second way, let's go ahead and start over here. We will start by make sure we're way over here. Okay. Take 2 blocks out of the ground like this, and in those 2 blocks that you take out of the ground, you're going to put a redstone torch in each divot. At the end of either one of the divots, so it can be the side or the side, I'm going to use the side, you're going to put a sticky piston facing the direction of the redstone. And then behind the sticky piston, you're going to put a block of any kind. I'm going to use a red block, that's just my preference. Doesn't matter. Once you've got that done, you're going to take redstone from this block, 2 like this, 1, 2. And then redstone 1, 2, just like this. Okay? And then you're going to take a repeater and you're going to put it right in the center like this. And I'm going to turn it all the way up, all the way up, 4 notches, so that it won't repeat as quickly. And the same thing over there, if you mess with the notches, it'll repeat quicker or slower depending on how you fix it. So if it's all the way that it's lowest, it will repeat very, very quickly. I don't want it to repeat very, very quickly. So I'm going to turn it up in 4 notches so it repeats a little slower so you can actually see what's going on. If they blink too quickly, it's just happening too fast for you to register. So that's why over there I used 2 and 2. So once you have this, you're going to take another redstone repeater and you're going to put it right there, and then another one right there, in this exact order. So make sure the one that's connected to the block is right next to the sticky piston, and then the one over, farthest away from the sticky piston, is 1 block farther ahead than this one. And then you're going to take redstone here, very simple, very basic, and you're watching this video, so it shouldn't be too hard. Once you've done this, again, take more like this, and then branch them off like this. And actually, I don't like that because that means that they're going to be here. There we go. Make sure that the redstone are not touching, otherwise it defeats the whole purpose. So the redstone over here is not touching the redstone over here, so they're good. And I think that's why, yeah, that's why we're doing it this way, with this ahead of this one, so that they're not connected to each other, because that'll just screw everything up. But once you've got that, you can put your lights like this. We'll use the same pattern as the last one, and then to get it to start, because everything's exactly how it needs to be, to get it to start, you're going to take a block, and for this example, I'm just going to use a red block. You're going to stick it to the piston, and there you go. Same way. Now this way is a little bit more complicated. Usually when I'm trying to throw a quick blinking lights thing together, I usually use this version over here, just because it's a lot simpler, a lot more compact, and I don't know, it's just a lot easier for me. But if you enter and re-enter a world, this will continue to go, whereas this version sometimes glitches and turns off, which means you have to, reset it, and it's not really that big of a deal. But if you don't like that, here is a permanent way to make your blinking lights. So that is all I have. Actually, no, sorry. Well, let me go ahead and quickly show you how to do an alternative. So let's say we don't have the lights. So let's say we want to do a note block. See? So if you wanted to play a song or something, or do something, whatever it is you want to do, you can have 2 note blocks, or a lot of different note blocks, and have it repeating like this if you wanted to make something special. But that's up to you. Or, here's my last option, you can take these, and let's go ahead and get some arrows. And depending on what you want it to shoot out, I'm just going to use arrows for the example. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that. I'm going to put 64 arrows in here. Then I'm going to reconnect this, and it will just shoot out endless amounts of arrows until it runs out. So if you wanted to create some sort of booby trap or whatever, you have this option to, and I think it's really cool. And then when you walk by, boom, you get shot. So that's a cool idea that you guys can use for your own worlds if you want to. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel or follow me on Twitter at FieldGamers, and hope to see you next time. Thank you.